Forget the postcard BS, we're going deeper than zip lines and margaritas, even though, yeah, those exist too. This is Costa Rica, a country bursting with more shades of green than a truckload of cash. We're talking volcanic peaks that pierce the clouds, jungles swarming with creatures you wouldn't believe even if they landed on your face, and beaches that'd make a postcard photographer weep with envy. This ain't your grandma's cruise ship tour. We're gonna eat our way through markets where the locals hawk their wares, hike trails that'll leave you breathless, and maybe, just maybe, learn a thing or two about life along the way. So buckle up, kids. This is Costa Rica, unfiltered and raw. Let's get lost. Imagine this. You're soaring above it all. The Pacific Ocean, a shimmering blue canvas on one side, a tapestry of emerald green stretching out as far as the eye can see on the other. This is Costa Rica in all its untamed glory. You're looking at a country where the jungle still reigns supreme, where waterfalls thunder from dizzying heights and where the air itself hums with the symphony of life. Down there, hidden amongst those emerald valleys and volcanic slopes, are towns steeped in tradition, where the coffee's strong enough to raise the dead, and the people still greet you with a smile. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. For now, just soak it in. This raw, untamed beauty. This is just a taste of what's to come. We'll explore hidden waterfalls, hike cloud forests, and get our hands dirty in coffee plantations. But first, we touch down in San Jose, the heart of Costa Rica. Discover the best street food and vibrant nightlife. Dive into the soul of Costa Rica. Forget the tourist traps and souvenir shops. This is San Jose, a city that wears its heart on its sleeve, its history etched into the crumbling facades of colonial buildings, and the vibrant murals that explode across its walls. You can practically taste the history here, a heady mix of Spanish colonialism and indigenous pride, seasoned with the sweat of generations who came to this city searching for something more. Walk down any street and you'll find yourself swept up in the current, a chaotic symphony of honking taxis, street vendors hawking their wares, and the intoxicating aroma of spices and coffee beans roasting in the air. This ain't no sanitized tourist trap. This is a city that lives and breathes, a place where you can still get lost in the crowd, where every corner you turn reveals a new surprise, a hidden gem just waiting to be discovered. Yeah, it's a city of contradictions, this San Jose. You've got your sleek, modern cafes where hipsters sip on craft coffee next to crumbling colonial mansions haunted by the ghosts of coffee barons past. You can spend your morning haggling over handmade jewelry in the Mercado Central, then wander into a world-class museum showcasing pre-Columbian gold artifacts. And the food, man, don't even get me started on the food. This ain't your resort buffet slop. We're talking hearty casados, overflowing with rice, beans, plantains, and whatever else they can fit on your plate. So ditch your guidebook, forget everything you thought you knew about capital cities. San Jose is a city that demands to be experienced, not just seen. It's a place that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you've left. Most people think of beaches when they think of Costa Rica, but this is Arenal, a perfect cone of a volcano rising from the jungle. Last erupted in '68, but it's still alive. You can feel it in the ground, a constant low rumble, and the hot springs, natural jacuzzis in the rainforest, soak your bones after hiking, or just watch the monkeys, not in your guidebook. Arenal's not just about the volcano though. The surrounding rainforest is teeming with life. Monkeys, sloths, toucans, you name it, they got it. It's like walking through a goddamn nature documentary. One minute you're dodging vines thicker than your arm, the next you're face to face with a spider monkey that's probably got a better view than you do. And the air, man, thick with the smell of damp earth, orchids, and something vaguely primal. You can zipline through the canopy, rappel down waterfalls, or just wander the trails and soak it all in. This is nature at its rawest, its most unforgiving, and trust me, it's a hell of a lot more exhilarating than any all-inclusive resort. Just watch out for the fertilants, nasty little bastards. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Enough with the volcanoes and the jungle hikes. Where's the beach? Where can I get a tan and a margarita the size of my head? Well, look no further, my friend. Manuel Antonio. This is it. The picture-perfect postcard you've been dreaming of. White sand beaches, turquoise water, palm trees swaying in the breeze. It's enough to make a cynic like me believe in heaven. But don't let the beauty fool you. Manuel Antonio's got an edge. This ain't Cancun, folks. You're just as likely to see a monkey stealing your lunch as you are a bikini model. The beaches here are just the beginning. Manuel Antonio National Park is a whole other world. Jungle trails wind through the rainforest, leading to hidden waterfalls and secluded coves. You can go snorkeling, kayaking, surfing, hell, you can even ride a horse on the beach. But the real stars of the show are the sloths. Those cuddly little bastards are everywhere. Hanging out in trees, munching on leaves, moving slower than a three-toed sloth in a hammock. They're practically begging for you to take their picture. Just try not to get too close. They might be cute, but they can also carry some nasty diseases. And nobody wants to cut their vacation short because they got a face full of sloth spit. Forget your beaches, forget your volcanoes. This, my friends, is Monteverde, the cloud forest. A place where the trees touch the sky and the air is thick with mist and the sound of 1,000 unseen creatures. Imagine walking through a living, breathing cathedral. Giant ferns taller than a man, orchids clinging to every branch, and a canopy so dense the sun struggles to penetrate. It's like stepping into a scene from Jurassic Park, only instead of dinosaurs, you're surrounded by hummingbirds and howler monkeys. This is nature at its most magical, its most mysterious. And trust me, it's a hell of a lot more exhilarating than any zipline or bungee jump. Now, if you're afraid of heights, this might not be the place for you. Monteverde is famous for its hanging bridges, 6 of them to be exact, stretching across the canopy, hundreds of feet above the forest floor. It's a rush, no doubt about it. Feeling the wind in your hair, the bridge swaying beneath your feet, looking out over a sea of green that seems to stretch forever. But it's also a chance to see the forest from a different perspective, to appreciate the sheer scale of it all. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a quetzal, the elusive, iridescent bird that's practically a national treasure. They say spotting a quetzal brings good luck, but honestly, just being in Monteverde feels lucky enough. Tortuguero. It sounds like some kind of exotic pasta dish, doesn't it? We're talking about a serious chunk of rainforest clinging to the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica. A place where the rivers outnumber the roads out here, the water is the only way to get around, and then you see them. Turtles. Giant, prehistoric-looking creatures lumbering up the beach, ancient instincts driving them to lay their eggs in the same sand where they themselves hatched. Look, you don't have to be a bird person, don't have to own binoculars, but Tortuguero's got feathered friends that'd make any ornithologist excited. Toucans with beaks like Crayola crayons, scarlet macaws like feathered lightning bolts, herons stalking the shallows. It's a sensory overload, man. Every chirp a symphony of the wild. You start to understand why people come here, why they leave their curated Instagram feeds behind. Out here, in the heart of the jungle, you're just another animal trying to survive. And for a few days, that's not a bad feeling at all. Let's talk food, people, because frankly, I'm never far from my next meal and neither should you be. And in Costa Rica, the eating, it's not just sustenance, it's a goddamn cultural experience. Take Gallo Pinto, for instance. Now, I'm a simple man. I see rice and beans cooked together in a pan, I'm usually happy. But this is some next-level stuff. We're talking black beans, white rice, cilantro, onions, maybe a little bit of Lizano sauce for that smoky, tangy kick in the butt. It's the kind of breakfast that sticks to your ribs, gets you ready to face whatever the jungle, the beach, or the local bus system can throw at you. And the best part? You can find it everywhere. Street vendors, roadside diners, even the fanciest resorts know better than to mess with perfection. Costa Rican cuisine is no one-trick pony. Casado, a lunchtime staple, includes rice, beans, plantains, salad, and your choice of protein. Costa Rica knows its way around a grill. From grilled chicken to slow-cooked pork ribs, there's something for every craving. And don't forget the coffee. This is the good stuff. Eat, drink, and savor every bite. So you're thinking about booking a ticket to this Central American paradise, huh? Good for you. But before you trade in your snow boots for flip-flops, let's talk strategy, shall we? First things first, timing is everything. Costa Rica has 2 seasons, dry and oh my god it's raining iguanas. The dry season, roughly November to April, is your best bet for minimal mud and maximum sunshine. But hey, if you don't mind a little precipitation, the green season offers its own lush, vibrant beauty. Now, Costa Rica is a relatively safe country, but that doesn't mean you should leave your common sense at the duty-free shop. Be smart, be aware of your surroundings, and don't go flashing your cash around like a drunken sailor on shore leave. The locals here, they've got a saying, Pura Vida. It means pure life, and it's more than just a catchy phrase, it's a way of life, an attitude that permeates everything. So slow down, take a deep breath, and embrace the Pura Vida spirit. Talk to the locals, sample the cuisine, and respect the environment. Leave the place better than you found it. You might even find yourself coming back for seconds. So, you're probably thinking, man, this place is amazing, I could really go for a plate of Gallo Pinto right now. And you know what, you'd be right, but before you click away to find the nearest Costa Rican restaurant, let's take a second. Yeah, like that perfect bite of food, you want to savor this, let it digest. You're halfway through this journey and trust me, you don't want to miss the next leg. We've got more beaches, more jungles, and yeah, even more food porn coming your way. But all this beauty, it's pointless if you don't share it. So, do yourself a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. It's the digital equivalent of tipping your waiter. And you wouldn't stiff a waiter in Costa Rica, would you? Look, I get it, life's short, you're busy. You got a million things vying for your attention. But travel, real travel, the kind that gets under your skin and stays with you, that's precious. And frankly, we need more of it in this world. More shared experiences, more stories told, more connections made, that's what this channel is all about. So, don't be a stranger. Subscribe, hit that bell, and become part of this community. We're not just viewers here, we're explorers, adventurers, eaters, drinkers, and lovers of all things life has to offer. We're a family. A slightly dysfunctional, wanderlust-stricken family, but a family nonetheless. And we're always looking for new members. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Costa Rica. We hope you enjoyed discovering the beauty and diversity of this incredible country. Until next time, Pura Vida, and keep globetrotting.